Mental health is real, seek help, and the stigma. On the news this evening, resident doctors speak on death of colleague at Rivers University Teaching Hospital. Rivers State government reacts to chaos at verification exercise. Suspected thugs attack ADC supporters in Ikwerre, Rivers State. President Tinubu begins 10-day vacation abroad. On the foreign scene, Pope Leo hosts Israeli president called ceasefire talks. I'm Sam Chinedu, and the news continues after the break. Bulletin this evening with an update from the National Association of Resident Doctors NARD on the death of Dr. Femi Rotifa. According to resident doctors, Dr. Rotifa had been exempted from work on the day of his death because of his health. NARD President Dr. Tokbe Osundara told our correspondent Martha Okere that the late doctor had been treating himself for malaria before his death. Dr. Zenith added that the hospital even gave him a pass to move around during last Saturday's local government elections when movement was restricted. But Dr. Femi still did not go home and stayed back at the hospital. Dr. Osundara said the association will continue investigations to find the exact cause of his death.
The department got to know that he was sick, and what I was told was that they already exempted him from joining the roster, so the name was still on the roster. But of course, sometimes not everything has to go through the normal administrative process of you getting a sick leave so that you can be exempted officially from work. Then the hospital has given him a pass so that he can move around the state. But sometimes too, some people prefer to be within the hospital corridor just because they can enjoy 24 hours, like get to meet with friends and not. So I presume that was what informed his stay back in the hospital.
Dr. Osundara said there is no regulation in Nigeria that protects doctors or sets clear rules for their working hours.
So what happens is that if you are on call, you do your normal call from 8 to 4. You are not even allowed to even go and rest. You just go to the call room, change, then you now begin the call from 4. You don't even go home because even before you leave the hospital environment, the nurses and the others will be calling you that, "Doctor, are you the one on call? Please, a patient is waiting for you. Come and review the patient either in A&E or anywhere the patient is, where they need a doctor that is on call." So you now do that. Sometimes you don't even have time to eat.
The NARD president also warned that the shortage of manpower is causing burnout among doctors and called on the government to prioritize their welfare.
This burnout is causing a whole lot of mental stress, physical stress. Sometimes we have doctors who are coming down with back pains because of the long, grueling working hours. And there is no even compensation for excess workload that has been placed on you. The work is too demanding. It is affecting us as doctors. It is even affecting the quality of health that we are giving to our patients. Because the doctor that is stressed out is likely going to miss a diagnosis. The government needs to look into it and look into how we can have a better working condition for our doctors.
There was chaos at the Rivers State Ministry of Justice today after a viral video showed how local government workers broke into the Ministry of Justice, one of the venues for the ongoing verification exercise. The viral video also showed how the gate of the ministry was pulled while chairs were scattered around. The verification exercise is expected to end today. Recorded during a recent meeting with stakeholders, the Rivers State Sole Administrator, Retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas vowed to use available state resources to ensure that the verification ends today. His 6-month tenure is expected to end on the 17th of September 2025. Meanwhile, the Rivers State government has dismissed rumors of stampede during the recent local government verification exercise organized by the Office of the Head of Service, holding at the Ministry of Justice State Secretariat Complex, Port Harcourt. Acting Head of Service, Dr. Iyengi Brown, said the situation was a brief disturbance caused by the unruly behavior of an identified local government staff member attempting to force his way into the hall. According to the statement, the individual, disregarding the established protocols, was denied entry by security officers. The statement also said that a swift and professional response ensured that the situation was promptly contained, preventing any potential escalation. The statement also said the verification exercise proceeded smoothly and successfully, with all participants adhering to necessary guidelines. To politics now, suspected thugs allegedly attacked supporters of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, during their solidarity rally in Iguruta community in Ikwere local government area of Rivers State. It was gathered that the suspected thugs invaded the venue and ordered early arrivals to leave peacefully or face dire consequences. Some victims who spoke with our correspondent shared their ordeal.
When I went to that place for the rally, they greeted me. So most of them just hailed me and asked me, I said, what am I coming for? Am I for them? I said, no. Are you people for ADC? They said, oh, have I gone to ADC? That this place is not for ADC. I should go. That they are respecting me.
I saw 3 boys, so I asked them. They said that they are just coming from the office now. That the chairman have given them go ahead to make sure that the ADC meeting, that they should make sure that they should scatter everybody from there. So I now asked the young man, are you for peace or you are for trouble? He said, if we want trouble, he go give us. If we want peace, he go give us.
Another female ADC supporter who was at the rally also spoke.
I'm coming from Ishoko. Then they asked me to drop at the old police station with 11 women that I was. We just drop. I entered that. We just said, no, stop. The group I saw there, no, is it for Amechi? I must say, yes. I'm coming for Amechi rally. They said, no, nothing like Amechi, nothing like Amechi. Go! One, all of us, we are running now, the woman now, further. My own, I manage myself there. It's too much.
Meanwhile, the spokesperson for the River State Police Command, Grace Ringekoko, is yet to speak on this. As newly elected council chairmen take over in River State, some stakeholders are questioning the impact of the 23 local government administrators appointed 6 months ago. In April this year, the sole administrator of the state, retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, appointed administrators for all 23 local government areas. But the chairman of civil liberty organizations in River State, Sonny Dada, told correspondents Suibi Ruwari that citizens hardly felt any impact of governance during their tenure. He said the administrators were more concerned with sharing local government funds among political leaders than with actual development. Is another call for proper review of how local government funds were spent over the last 6 months. On his part, Port Harcourt-based newspaper editor Olalekon Ige also agreed that the administrators did not create much impact, but went on to explain some of the activities they carried out while in office. In another development, one of the political leaders in Rivers State, Agente Kebia, Harry, says candidates in the August 30 local government elections may face serious hurdles at the tribunal. Mr. Harry, a former chairman of ABGA in the state, told our correspondent, Suibi Ruwari, that in some areas, electoral materials were not made available to the party's candidates. He explained that this lack of access could make it difficult to challenge the results in court.
This will affect the litigation process that has to do with tribunal, the way it goes. If there are results sheets, you have genuine result sheets, electoral materials to show that yes. So where will the candidates get those result sheets? No, the materials to file their cases. Because it will not be a different thing altogether. Because going to court first, we know. And then how will the candidates scan for evidences apart from the ones they have on the field?
Meanwhile, Mr. Harry confirmed that his party will contest the outcome of the election at the tribunal.
Of a truth, the parties did the little they can. Essence that went forward was not given the space to even to contest. But this one was just one-sided, because how can you give two polling units to make up the results of a ward? That cannot be accepted. And this is never a contest. This is a selection process that was concluded even before the election.
Traditional rulers in Asarama and Doni local government area have congratulated the new council chairman, Honorable Prince Lucky Otuo, and the councillor for Ward 9, Honorable Robinson Dinkba, on their victory in last Saturday's local government elections. In a joint statement, King Daniel Okikere Ibani, the 6th and High Chief Ebak Blessing Samuel Enene III, commended the Minister of the FCT, Chief Nyesom Wike, for his support to the people of Andoni and his role in driving grassroots development. The traditional leaders urged the new chairman to sustain the rapid development of Andoni and called on residents to support the new administration to succeed. The executive chairman of Opobon Koro local government area, Honorable Barrister James A. James, has announced the immediate dissolution of all standing and ad hoc committees in the council. He directed all committee heads and members to hand over council properties, documents and assets in their possession to the head of local government administration, Mr. Christian Oye, without delay. The chairman thanked the outgoing committees for their service and assured that new structures will soon be put in place to ensure the smooth running of the council. The leadership of Okehi Ward 11, Eche local government area, is congratulating Chima Boniface Njoku and Obene Faith Onyeso on their resounding victory and emergence as chairman and vice chairman of Eche local government area. In a statement, the leaders said their triumph is a clear reflection of the trust and confidence reposed in them by the people of Eche. They appreciated the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, for his immense contribution and support towards the peaceful conduct and success of the August 30 local government elections in Rivers State. They also commended the senator representing Rivers East Senatorial District, Allwell Onyeso, the APC leader in Eche local government area, Ephraim Wuzi, and other notable leaders for their steadfast support, which paved the way for the overwhelming victory of all consensus candidates. They commended the Eche people for their massive support and solidarity during the elections, saying it is a demonstration of unity and collective resolve for progress. They are hopeful and confident that the leadership of Chima Boniface Njoku will usher in meaningful development, peace, and prosperity for the entire Eche nation. The statement was signed by Dr. Fortune Obi, leader, Okehi Ward 11, Gladys Nweke, Uloma Onye, God's Power, Nweke Ala George. We'll take a break. We tell you about the whereabouts of the president. Stay tuned.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. The Rivers State government has launched a behavioral modification training program for more than 300 youths across the state. Declaring the program open, the sole administrator of the state, Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, said the 30-day residential training is designed to prepare young people for future opportunities. He was represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Ibibia Warika.
This program is about planting discipline, hard work, peace, and a sense of responsibility so that our youths will shine anywhere in the world. If our youths must compete, they need not only certificates, but also character. This training will teach you how to resist peer pressure, avoid violence, stay away from drugs, and embrace useful skills.
Also speaking, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Youth Development, KJ Chinedu, noted that previous empowerment schemes were not sustainable because they failed to address the mindset of participants.
The ministry developed a new model of youth training, the CE model, train to engage. Unlike the old TTD model, train to dump. Now this training is about transformation. You are here to reimagine your mindset. By the next 10 days, they are going to come for 30 days intensive training because we believe that if their minds are not trained, any skills we give them cannot be useful.
The event tagged Vanguard Initiative is being implemented by the Ministry of Youth Development to reshape attitudes and build commitment among young people before they are enrolled in empowered vocational schemes. One of the is Chimenem Walu thanks for the opportunity.
This is the best of its kind that Rivers State Youth has ever had. I want to appeal to the participants of this program. Please do not disappoint the ministry and Rivers State government. Ensure that you put your energy to gain this knowledge. Let's join hands together to make Rivers State great again.
The Nigeria Police Force has appointed the current Lagos State Police Command spokesman, Benjamin Hundeyi, as a new Force Public Relations Officer, FPRO. Hundeyi takes over from Deputy Commissioner of Police DCP Muyiwa Adejobi, who has been redeployed to the Delta State Police Command as Deputy Commissioner in charge of operations following his recent promotion. The new Force PRO was the spokesperson for the Lagos State Police Command from 2022 to 2025. President Bola Tinubu on Thursday commenced a 10-day vacation marking the start of his 2025 annual leave. In a statement signed by the presidential spokesman, Bayo Onanuga, said the president will spend his 10 working day vacation between France and the United Kingdom before returning to Nigeria. In sports, ahead of the World Cup qualifying match between Rwanda and the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Super Eagles players Alex Iwobi and Ola Aina have called on Nigerians to support the team to victory in Saturday's encounter. The players made the appeal in an interview with journalists. They are sure that the players are ready for challenges ahead.
We're looking forward to it. At the end of the day, it's another 2 games of football, and we're going to try our best, and we're looking forward to it. Keep believing and supporting us. I just like to play football. That's my thing. That's what keeps me going.
Continue supporting us. As players, we believe. So if you guys can believe with us as well and give us the energy that we need to go and get the result that we want to do to achieve to go to the World Cup. Play our first game against Rwanda. Hopefully we can prepare well and, like I said, get the result we want. I'm still going to try and play as many games as I can, and hopefully I can surpass it with great numbers.
The Super Eagles need to win their 2 matches against Rwanda and South Africa to stay in contention for a ticket to the World Cup. On the foreign scene, Catholic Pontiff Pope Leo XIV has hosted Israeli President Isaac Herzog at the Vatican, where he raised concerns over the Gaza war and called for a quick return to ceasefire negotiations. After the meeting with the Pope, President Herzog also held talks with the Vatican Secretary of State, Cardinal Pietro Parolin. In a statement, the Holy See reiterated its support for a 2-state solution, one that guarantees a future for the Palestinian people while allowing Israel to coexist peacefully as a secure state. But the Israeli government has continued to reject the two-state model, insisting it will threaten the country's existence. And that's the news for this hour, but here are the major headlines we brought you. We told you that the National Association of Resident Doctors has finally reacted to the death of their colleague at Rivers State University Teaching Hospital. We brought you a report that the Rivers State government has reacted after chaos was seen at the verification exercise at the Ministry of Justice. You heard suspected thugs attacked ADC supporters in Ekwe, Rivers State. We told you that President Bola Tinubu has begun a 10-day vacation abroad. And on the foreign scene, you heard that Pope Leo has hosted the Israeli president and called for a ceasefire talks in Gaza war. The news was edited by Onyekachi Nwosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Sam Chinedu. Thanks for listening.